Hello and welcome to the Day One Patch Podcast E3 special.
Hi.
E3 post special.
E3
post
show.
E3 special.
E3 post show.
It's a little late for a post show, I guess, but it is
Not
technically
really.
a post show.
It was like yesterday.
Not the conferences, though.
No,
We're
but
just
yeah,
talking
but
about the
E3
conferences.
E3
only
was
runs
yesterday.
from Monday to Thursday or Tuesday to
Does
Thursday.
it start Monday? Because I remember back in the day,
No,
it used to start on the Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it might be Tuesday to Thursday. It's actually technically only 3 days.
all the big conferences were on Monday for some reason, but the conference actually started on Tuesday.
yeah.
It's very strange. Although I guess it makes sense because like a lot of the booths for the games, a lot of their main people would be talking about the games at the conferences and whatnot.
Well, you're also supposed to like make your list of stuff you want to hit on the show floor because you can't hit it all, and then it's like from the conferences, and then you go and do your list.
Yeah, I wonder how it is now that it's open to the public.
It's probably,
probably
like
busy.
an hour freaking wait
But
just
I
to
don't-
play something.
Are the public still not available? Like, do they still not get to go to the conferences, or do
You
they?
can't go
Not?
to the conferences.
No, those are.
But how did Microsoft have such like a massive like stadium?
Well, they
They-
said that
And
they
they
invited
will-
some.
it
They
could-
probably dialed down the filter for who they allow in. Like they probably
Yeah.
expanded their criteria on
a lot of YouTubers now are being
Yeah.
considered journalists and
Yeah.
getting in. So.
influencers. Influencer.
That's right, but that
Is
sounds weird. That doesn't sound like a
That
journalist.
sounds like predatory. It does.
I don't know about that.
Well, when you think
Yes,
about
and
Like,
absolutely.
if you tweet a lot about your Xbox and Microsoft enjoys that and then recognizes you for doing that.
I feel like I need to
You're an
warn my kids
influencer.
about walking home from school
Yeah.
and running into an influencer.
No, it's just called a stranger, not an influencer. Come on now.
But it's just weird that like journalists are supposed to be objective, objective, right? And they're just supposed to give you the details. But these influencers are like,
Bias.
hey, we're going to give you a bunch of Ubisoft swag. You know, go tell all your friends on YouTube that how much you love the Ubisoft conference, and
I don't have a problem with that as long as they disclose that at the front of every piece of.
but
Video.
they may not be specifically sponsored. It's just they're going to treat the YouTubers well because they want the YouTubers to go back and talk
Again,
about.
I'm also okay with that if they say I got a bunch of stuff from Ubisoft. As long as they disclose where they got the stuff
It doesn't
from.
have to be like anything physical.
Yeah.
Just invite them to the booth, give them a good demo, you know, let them see stuff that normal people don't get to see. It's
Well,
just,
usually that type of stuff they'll mention. They'll be like, Ubisoft invited me to the booth and
Yeah.
like we were able to try it. Like, I don't think a lineup is really going to change your view of a game if the game is good. Like if whether they got you in the front of the line or whether you had to wait,
yeah,
you're not going to be like, man, Sea of Thieves suck because of the lineup.
right,
Like,
yeah. All right, so I guess we got a lot to talk about. So I guess we'll stop. We'll skip the what's new segment, unless you just want to quickly talk about what you've been playing.
No, because I haven't been playing anything because of
I've been playing Fortnite, so I mean, there's that.
my computer broke.
I've been playing Halo Anniversary.
Holy
I really
God.
wanted to start Gears of War 4.
I have an itch to play it, and so
And as soon as I get my computer fixed, I'll
That's right.
I'll
Christ.
re-download it. Fucking Microsoft.
all right. The first, not officially E3, but the first conference, EA Play. Now, I've always struggled with EA's conferences. They're never particularly exciting.
They're so vanilla.
The thing is, though,
Yeah.
is like usually with EA, there's like sections that aren't exciting.
But it's only not exciting to us because we don't like.
We don't play sports
guys.
games.
But I wonder how excited the sports guys get, like when they see FIFA or
For some
Madden
reason,
or
I
something.
feel like not a lot of the sports guys watch it. Like, do you really think that?
But they probably tune in afterwards. They probably just watch the FIFA announcement afterwards on YouTube.
They
right?
go find the segment.
Yeah.
I would almost think that a lot of the sports guys, and this is like a total speculation, but they just buy it. They're just like, oh man, I'm just gonna go buy the new FIFA every year.
There's a pretty big population of people who do that. They go to the store and rely on the associate
Right.
end of consumer information. They just like ask them questions like, "Oh, what's this next game coming out?" And they have like the associate has to fill them in on certain.
Christ, I couldn't tell you.
I was in an EB yesterday because I'm like, oh, I should ask them if they have any information on the NES re-release. And then there was a guy looking through like pop figures, and he's like E3 edition. I guess there was like an E3 2018 edition of a pop figure. It's like there's a guy's like, what is E3?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then he had to like explain to him how it's like a video game conference. I'm just like, oh, I would expect anyone in this store just to know what that is.
Yeah.
But no,
They don't look it up because
Yeah.
they just don't. They don't read anything. They
Yeah.
just exist based on the store, or they just
I
like buy
want
it
to know.
online.
I want to know what the ratio is of like hardcore gamers who know all the news like us and who like watch E3 compared to just the regular goes to EB Games or Best Buy or whatever buys a game and goes home.
Probably a very, very small amount of people in the grand scheme look at IGN and other news sites, I would say.
That seems surprising because it seems like the culture is so huge now.
I would say it's a large niche.
Yeah. And even thinking about console sales, we got like what? I don't even know what Microsoft or Sony's at. It's like 70 million consoles now or
something like that, yeah.
Xbox are probably like 50. I don't think they've released theirs.
Yeah, and
because they're behind.
You have to remember there's a lot of people buying those consoles for non-video game purpose. Like my brother-in-law has bought every major console going back to a PS2 just to have a media device.
That seems so strange
to run that format.
Because the PS4 is like $400.
Yeah,
when you could just buy like an Apple TV or a Roku or something.
Yeah, but he also but he's also bought games on occasion, just like because he was bored, and he's played like 10 minutes of this and 5 minutes of that. And he's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, and he put down a controller, and he's never really gone back. But yeah, but he's bought a 360 at a PS3, and you know. So
some of the stuff we saw at EA Play, we got a deeper dive into Anthem. They showed us a lot more there. Some of the key points they highlighted was no loot boxes. Will not have randomized loot boxes, and will feature cosmetic purchases where players know exactly what they're buying.
Man, it feels like the loot box craze came and went pretty quickly.
I think I wonder if it was the Battlefront
I think EA. EA ruined the party for everyone.
A shot in the heart of loot boxes. Yeah. Particularly though, it was particularly pay to win loot boxes that people didn't like.
Yeah.
You know, I think they probably would have gotten away with it if it was just
EA tried to cram one more thing onto the boat, and then it sank.
But you like BioWare, Adriano, right? How do you feel about Anthem? I'm not too jazzed about it.
I feel nothing for it yet. I'm getting closer to release. I think I'm more excited. If you guys want to get into it, you guys want to play it together, I think I'm more excited about the thought of us all picking a different class and going into it.
Right, yeah.
I think it's just because it looks too similar to Destiny / Evolve / Division.
Mm-hmm. It's a share world thing.
Yeah. So my answer is I feel nothing for it yet.
And Division is like right after it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's like Division is releasing right after it.
I imagine one of these games is going to be delayed in some form or another.
I'd have to think Anthem.
I don't think Division. Yeah, I don't think because I think they probably are reusing a bunch of the assets and stuff, right?
Yeah. So I want to like Anthem because you're right. I do have a niche to kind of get another co-op game for us. It will probably be Destiny or Division 2.
Division 2.
Yeah.
I'm not against Anthem. We have to finish. What are we playing? Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodborne. Matt, we have to finish Dying Light.
Yeah. Well, that's one play session away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then do it.
One good one.
Rip that Band-Aid off.
Well, I mean, it was just because Adrian went to Europe. So we just fell off the boat.
You gotta get back into the groove though.
It'll be fine.
We only played Bloodborne once since he got back.
Yeah. Well, he's dealing with his computer as well, but it'll be fine. Like it's not like as if we're still in the first
something else is
zone.
going to break on Adriano, and he's going to go deal with that.
But but like if we get one good play session, we're fine.
And from now till probably mid-July, I'm working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So I only have one full day off. And a lot of my Sundays occupied with other shit.
Uninstalling the old Dying Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. EA Origins Access Premiere. Now, I think they've added too many words onto this. EA Origins, fine. EA Origins Access, fine.
I was confused when they were explaining it during the conference.
Premiere.
I actually completely I phased that out. I forgot that was even a thing.
I'm still confused on what it is because EA Origins Access exists on PC.
EA Access
it's called
is
Origin
console.
Access.
EA Origin Access. You just remember because Origin is the PC client, so it's EA Origin Access.
It's stupid any way you put it.
The only reason why they separate it is because there's not some games are not on both consoles.
Right.
Plus, like you don't want to. Plus, like they're dividing the cost. That's why it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Because if you had both console and the PC, then you buy them both.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're I guess. Well, I mean, quite nice of them. They're probably not trying to pass on the additional cost.
I guess what they're doing with this now, though, is like with the premiere version of this, is you're getting like newer games like on release date. I think kind of like the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
And then wasn't there like a streaming thing mentioned?
Streaming. They're getting into streaming. They're like looking at it. I guess.
So I'm feeling more and more like that. Yves Guillemot quote is accurate.
The thing is, though, I think these guys got to remember here. I don't know what kind of speed you need. but you're going to cut out a large part of the market.
I can't do it.
No, I can't.
You can't do it, and a lot of people in cities can't do it. And like major population centers can't do it.
I mean, you can do it. I did it with the NVIDIA GeForce.
Yeah, I can do it, no
times.
problem.
Oh,
Jesus.
but yeah,
Breaking your chair in the middle of the show.
breaking
here.
my arm. All right, a couple Star Wars updates. They got Battlefront new content's coming. I guess this is from popular demand apparently, but they are adding Clone Wars content, including new heroes Obi-Wan and Anakin, and villains General Grievous and Count Dooku. And you'll be able to play on a new map on Geonosis. And what actually was kind of cool is a hero starfighter mode is coming, so you can all just be hero ships and then have some dogfights in space and stuff.
Nice.
So, but the bigger Star Wars news was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is Respawn's game coming out in 2019.
Was that the announcement
Holiday.
where they literally just cut to some schmuck in the audience? And
Yeah, and he just kind of like stumbled his way through the announcement. I don't think they were prepared for Star Wars stuff. They're taking so long on this.
What are they
Yeah.
doing? Like, they're taking weight. You know what I wonder? I wonder if them tearing down that one game
oh, absolutely.
to make it shared world, there was probably like
Set them back.
microtransactions
Oh, yeah,
central.
absolutely, yeah.
And now they're like, oh shit, we can't do that. So now it's like panic.
Yeah.
And they don't want to show it.
And I guess I'm a little confused on which Star Wars projects they have going on, because I heard people saying that there's a Jade Raymond project, but there's also the Amy Hennig project. Are those the same one?
I thought, from what I remember, those were the same.
Those were the same game.
Yeah, they
Okay.
were. They were
How many Star Wars games are we getting out of EA?
right now
In
only-
total, or from now?
We'll include Battlefront 2 and onward. So Battlefront 2 is one.
Yeah, we're
'Cause
getting
that's like a live game.
this new Respawn one,
Okay.
Jedi Fallen Order,
Okay.
and
A Battlefront 3 is likely to happen.
likely, yeah.
And that's it.
Well, and then the Jade
So
Raymond,
four-
Amy Hennig one.
No.
I thought.
That's the Respawn one.
I'm pretty sure that is a Respawn one. It was.
look how fucked up
it was.
this
It
is.
was. It was Visceral. It was okay. It was Jade Raymond starting a new studio working with Visceral Games, and then
Visceral got shut down.
Visceral got shut down. I thought then the Visceral part of it went to EA. No, maybe you're right. I think it went to EA Vancouver. I think EA Vancouver's working on something too.
I think they have 3 games in the works right now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I could be wrong though.
Either way, I want Star Wars to take the license away from them. I want a different. I want Ubisoft to take a just stab at it.
That'd be interesting, but I don't know. I don't know if they're the right fit either. But I mean,
An open world tower unlock Star Wars
Yeah.
game, that would be fucking awesome. I'd play that.
So this new game, Jedi Fallen Order, will be a single player action game taking place after Revenge of the Sith. So in between the two trilogies. And then Matt's favorite game got a sequel announced, Unravel 2.
Oh, yay. Hooray.
It looked pretty fun though.
I'm out. I was bitching about it. It was pretty good. Aaron was talking to us while I was bitching about it. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, look, Matt, Unravel 2. And I'm like, I was actually just bitching about
Yeah.
this. It's like already on it.
It looked like a fun game.
You going to buy it? You going to play that game
no.
put 90 hours into it and really get all the achievements and stuff?
I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
because it's not.
But I can recognize a good game even though I don't want to play it.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's specifically not for me. And in a
Yeah,
big
well,
and in
yeah.
a really
Yeah,
big
there's nothing
way.
wrong with that, man.
Yeah,
but
that's
you sound like you were just bad mouthing.
I don't like those type of games though at all. Like those type. It's not just Unravel 2. It's like I just don't like those type of games.
I'm gonna specifically play that and not play Fallout 4.
Go ahead. That's fine.
No, I should play Fallout 4.
Yeah, so you can friggin' play 76 with us.
Yeah.
Fallout 76 is the earliest in the timeline.
Yeah,
Can you play it?
pretty cool.
No.
Damn it. God damn it. All right.
He's gonna be way behind us
Yeah.
at level anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I'll prioritize. I'll prioritize.
you
Fallout
won't.
4. Yeah, I
You
will.
won't.
I promise.
No, you won't.
When is 76 coming out? November.
This November.
So no. So
yeah.
no.
No, trust me. I'll get it done. Trust
No, you
me.
won't. No, you won't.
I
No.
promise
Now
you.
until- now
6 days a week.
mid-Jul-
You're working 6 days a
Yeah,
week.
now until mid-July, and then you're occupied for 7 days a week. So you're done. That's it. Done. I literally don't trust you now. It's over. Moving on to the next segment of the show.
Microsoft. Microsoft had a very good, very strong conference.
Yeah.
It was exactly
got
what I
one of
wanted
these.
from them, and yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was a really good conference.
Cyberpunk 2077 was finally shown off. Now everyone online is going nuts over this game, and I think it
Yeah.
was like voted the most popular game at E3.
Is this the first of the series, or was there another Cyberpunk?
No, I think
Yes.
there was.
I don't know if there was a. I
From
don't know
CD
if there
Projekt
was
Red?
a game. No, I don't know if there was a game, but it's based on something.
Oh, okay.
It's based on a movie or a book. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Like The
Well,
Witcher.
The Witcher, yeah. I wasn't digging what I saw. I mean, it's cool.
I was digging it actually.
Yeah.
and I'm surprised I was.
Well, everyone else is too, and the press got to see like a 40-minute demo behind closed doors.
Oh,
And they
shit.
said it's incredible. So
I'm really interested in it because I don't really like the first Blade Runner. I really like the second one, and this is very like more upbeaty Blade Runner, and that's kind of why I liked about the first or the second one because it was more. I don't want to say upbeaty, but it was more actiony, I guess. I don't know. So this is just like an interactive Blade Runner to me. So
it's still an RPG, like The Witcher, but this one is first person.
Oh, it's first person. That's interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So I'm not sure how that works with their kind of combat. I think there's guns though, so it's gonna
It'll
be like
probably be,
first person shooter
probably
RPG
that.
kind of type deal.
Well, it's going to be like GTA first person mode.
Yeah. So I'm definitely interested in it because I love CD Projekt Red, but just that trailer they showed, I didn't really care for it much. It looked pretty generic sci-fi future to me.
Maybe it's because I haven't done I didn't do the Watch Dogs or anything. So
Yeah.
like Watch Dogs 2.
The Division 2, now that's something we're all interested in.
Oh yeah.
This one now takes place in Washington, D.C. It's the summertime, and D.C.'s all kind of overgrown and swampy.
I'm surprised they didn't do winter, but I mean,
I think they wanted different clothing options, maybe.
Yeah.
There's only so many jackets you can have.
Yeah.
that's true.
Fall. They should do fall in
All the seasons. Let's do all the seasons.
Yeah. what city would be nice with fall with a bunch of leaves everywhere? Like
Chicago.
Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah, something like that.
What's interesting about DC is that there's no real big tall buildings like New York, because I don't think anything can be taller than the Capitol building.
That's what they were saying. It's
And
like open skyline. It's not
you have-
so like concrete jungle.
Right. You have bigger open areas and stuff like that. It's not so closed off and claustrophobic.
And this time it's like a different story too. It's like the virus has continued, and now there's like a remnants of like a corrupt government trying to like rain hell down.
Yeah. And one of the cool things they were talking about is that it's the most like enforced or like defended city in the world, and it's like how could something like this fall? And I guess they're going to explore that a little bit too. You know, like what kind of happened to it.
It's gonna be like a corrupt internal conspiracy theorist dream.
Yeah. And so you can't transfer over your character from the first game. And
I don't really want
Yeah, I
to.
don't give a shit.
I've completed that character. That character is done now.
yeah. I have a feeling though the character creation is going to suck again.
I was fine.
I'm always disappointed with character creators.
I was all wrapped up in a jacket. Like I didn't need it. Oh man, it's a great hair thing. Put a toque on it.
One thing I didn't like though is I put sunglasses on my character. Could never take them off.
Yeah, that really bothered me.
And there was like no other options for different glasses or anything like that.
yeah.
I didn't know you couldn't take them off.
Yeah, the glasses are part of facial layout, not part of clothing.
Oh, that's weird.
So it's part of the eye selection.
And do you remember how you made your character? You're like looking in the reflection of a window.
Yeah, reflection, and then you close the door. Everyone at E3 fucking freaked out over that.
It was so good.
fucking close the door.
Those details are fantastic. So Division 2, I'm pretty interested. And all the DLC is free. And they got like 3 main pieces of DLC.
Year one.
Year one DLC's free.
Yes.
Year
Year 2 is probably going to be free.
No, I can absolutely see them charging for it.
But they didn't want to separate the audience like they did with the first game. I think we're moving into an era where all DLC is free.
And
now.
we're getting story content with each year one drop.
Yes, but here's the thing though. But
Yeah.
by year 2 of a game, especially game as a service, the people who have dropped off would have dropped off already. Like you're not like
yes and no.
You're like the people you're gonna have buy the DLC. They're not gonna that's not gonna be the breaking point for them. They would have if they were gonna walk away from the game, they would have walked away already. They're not gonna see, hey, I'm gonna buy DLC. I'm gonna now walk away.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Year 1, I can absolutely see it affecting it. But year 2, no. Like
I don't think year 2 is going to be have paid DLC.
I think what episode number is this?
213.
As somebody listening, come back and to 213 and check up on this and see what happens.
I don't know. The games as a service model is you buy cosmetic loot box or direct items, and that's what pays for the development of the DLC.
No, that's what goes in their pocket as profit. Season pass is what pays for.
Well,
the
you got,
development.
you gotta
they
remember,
got-
you got
but they-
massive server costs.
They've gotten rid of DLC though. Battlefront got rid of DLC. Battlefront got rid of DLC. What's it called?
I mean, you got to remember those are 2 EA games.
Titanfall got rid of
Those
DLC.
are 3 EA games. That seems to be single
The
publisher.
Division 2 got rid of DLC.
We don't know.
Just
You don't.
this
You
year.
don't. You don't know yet. That's the contention. That's the point.
Because remember, we're getting story content at each drop, so it's possible that they're doing this to like expand a story that they wanted to tell, and then like the second year will be season pass.
I don't see that at all. I can't.
Wait,
I
have
can't
we
imagine
moved
that.
on from Microsoft? Why are we talking about the Division?
Because the Division was shown at Microsoft.
Yeah,
Oh shit! Right.
you're getting all confused there, Mr.
What
Adriano.
happened was that Sony decided to focus on first party games, and so all the developers had to go to the Microsoft stage.
Man, Sony. It's bad fucking call at Sony. bad call. Bad Sony.
Anyway,
Bad.
I am certain there will not be paid DLC for season 2.
You're certain.
I'm pretty certain. Yeah.
I think that
I
they
think you
would
should
have
have a
really.
wager.
I think they would have revealed that plan.
I'll bet
No,
my
because they want you to
360
focus on year 1. They don't want you to focus on year 2.
No, they would.
They'll have a big announcement about year 2 and what they're doing.
But what they do to draw your attention to year 1 and announce everything is they go, all DLC is free. Here's our plan for year 1, and now you forget about all the DLC and you only focus on the 3 episodes from year 1. That's
I'm
how
not
they
saying
do
it's
it.
not. I'm 70% sure there will not be paid DLC.
I'm 70%,
I'm not
I'm
gonna be
70%
shocked.
sure it will be paid.
I'm not going to be shocked either way, but I can definitely see them charging for something.
Yeah.
All right. Dying Light 2.
Oh fuck yeah!
It looks fantastic.
Oh man!
Looks like they focused a lot on the world building and actually you making choices that impacts
We should co-op this
the world.
Did you
Yeah.
see? Did you see their comment on Facebook?
No, what was that?
So like one guy was asking about, and I'm paraphrasing. One guy was asking about like the zombies. He's like, "This is really weird that
He
there's
said there's hot single zombies in your area. Click here to find out.
yeah." But no, the guy was like confused as to why there was like hardly any zombies, and what it is that during the day they hide in the buildings. So if you need to go into a building, it's hell.
So this is like I Am Legend.
This is like I'm Legend, and then at night they come out, and then it's like hell to
And they
be
shout at
everywhere
you.
else. But you can then stealth your way into the buildings.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So some of the decisions they showed off, like there's a couple of like factions. You can go make a deal with some shady characters for water, either to give it free to the people or to give it to the black market and let them handle things. Now both of these have repercussions. Both seem to have good and bad outcomes no matter what you do. Because it's like you could side with like the Freedom guys, whatever they were called.
And the whole area gets developed.
The whole area is developed, but they like rule with like an iron fist.
Matt, in our inevitable co-op of Dying Light 2, what side are you going to go with?
The one that gives me the most money.
Okay, Matt, I want you to know something. If a zombie apocalypse ever happens,
It's called survival, not charity.
Hold on a second. I think
It's called survival,
I
not
think
charity.
for the sake of the future generations of humanity, I might have to put you down ahead of time.
Jesus Christ!
I can't let the tyranny of Matt Lawrence exist in a.
It's called survival, not charity.
In New Canada.
New
Fuck.
Canada. That sounds pretty cool. So yeah, this game's looking pretty good.
What was the option? Oh, if you do the black market, they're like the people are like starving. There's no development, but then there's like some other shady characters that show up.
Yeah.
But then they like, I don't think they expanded on it too much, but I assume those shady characters bring like better gear, and you
Yeah.
could like kill them and take it.
It was funny during during them showing off the game. I forgot it was like a zombie game until the very end.
Yeah.
And oh
I was
wait,
like,
there's zombies at
It's like-
nighttime.
and at
yeah.
night, the things are much different. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, right.
So that's cool. Fallout 76 was shown.
Sorry, do we ever think that Dead Island 2 is actually going to come out?
No,
Probably not. Eh?
no, I think they're done with that.
Dead Island 2?
Yeah.
For some reason, I get a vibe that they're gonna do a new Dead Island, and it's just gonna be like a living game as a service.
That's possible, but I think it's gone. I think it's
It
dead.
may be dead though.
Yeah.
It's in rough shape. It sounds like anyway.
Great first trailer though.
Christ.
Fallout 76 was shown off, which was weird because they showed this exact same trailer at the Bethesda conference just hours later.
It makes sense though because some people wouldn't know about Fallout 76, and then like they would only be there for like the Microsoft Halo and stuff.
Maybe the Microsoft conference probably gets a bigger audience, I imagine.
There you go. So like, because Bethesda is also newer as well, right? So,
Yeah.
so do we want to wait for the
Yeah,
Bethesda
we'll
conversation
wait-
for that?
we'll wait
Because
for that
that's a big convo.
Yeah. Actually, now this was impressive. Forza Horizon 4 was announced, and it actually impressed me. And I don't like racing games.
That was a very good looking game.
Yeah,
Seasons and crap, man. God damn.
yeah. That was like the big thing that they showed off is how like the seasons actually change, and the game looked gorgeous too.
Game looked really good for sure, and like the different types of. I mean, I haven't played a Forza Horizon game since the first one, but different types of racing and stuff.
I would have to. I would definitely have to up my video card. I don't think my video card would be able to support that one. Although I can run Forza
Motorsport 6.
Motorsport 6. That runs on my computer pretty good.
That's old, isn't it?
No, because they're on Forza Motorsport 7 now.
Yeah, and that's a year old.
Yeah, but that is a Xbox One generation game.
So was 6, and so was 4.
4 wasn't
Yes, it is. 4 was a launch title.
shit.
Yeah, like it's old, dude. Old news.
Anyways, yeah.
So you're gonna spend more than $400 on a graphics card upgrade when you could have just spent that on Xbox.
Yeah, but then if I really wanted to play the Forza, I would then just buy an Xbox. I wouldn't even buy the S. I would just go find just an Xbox One.
Just you can buy a used one.
Get the bare bones minimum.
I wouldn't buy that.
Well, if it's just utilitarian it, then that's fine. I did that to replace my PlayStation 3 when it broke. What the hell? Might as well just get a refurb.
Or if they fucking get this Bitcoin shit under control and they bring video card prices down, I would just buy a new video card.
It amazes me that instead of just ramping up their production of graphics cards, they just like complain and say, "Oh, we got to find ways to stop non-gamers from buying our graphics cards."
No, but I think they have ramped it up. It's the problem that they're not buying at like 10% increase. It's like there's bots that just buy 100% of the stock. So it's like, comes in stock. We have 100 cards.
This is a good problem for them to have.
Which is why the prices
they need to fill the demand.
Which is why the prices are going up.
But don't increase prices. Just fill the demand.
No, you increase prices.
If they don't have the assembly line or the manpower to do it, they can't. Like it's just they literally
they're screwing up.
No, they're not. It's supply and demand. They're doing exactly what it is. If the demand is going fucking crazy, you raise the price until you should never be selling out of anything. You should always have a bit of stock. Your price should be high enough that you almost sell out, but you never are sold out.
That's fine, but they are sold out.
Yes, but it's because it's actually at a ridiculous capacity. Like it's not a normal. This is not a normal market condition.
Yeah, I just find it weird.
This is standard free market at work, man.
But then they're screwing up at it because they could be selling a lot more for the same price.
Why would you sell more at the same price when you're selling this? When you're
selling
more than you ever had at like quadruple the price?
They've already increased the price. I'm saying you can continue to sell it at this insanely increased price.
Yeah.
And just make more of them.
They're probably at capacity.
Yeah,
they're making a bunch, man.
Like their
how
next
many people?
Their next step would be to buy another factory.
How many Bitcoin miners are there? And what is their undying need for
more
graphics cards?
These fucking miners are buying containers of video cards at a time.
Think about this.
Like they're buying this. Like
every card you buy is making you money.
Yeah.
So you buy infinite cards. If you could fill this house up with graphics cards, and every card's going to make you money, you're going to set a bot up that goes to Amazon, to Canada computers, to all that stuff, checks the stock and buys the stock. Because if you spend $20,000 on graphics cards, it's going to make you 30 or 50. Something.
That's insanity.
So,
but where are they storing all this crap?
They have data centers and storage units and fucking shipping containers, and
this is such a ludicrous thing.
There are users on Reddit who gloat about this, and one of their shticks is they take pictures of the shipping containers of video cards that they bought, and they'll post it and they'll gloat about it.
Yeah,
because they're going to drive those into the ground,
and they're going to buy more.
And they're going to buy more
because each one of them is going to make them money. Every single one of them.
That's insanity.
It's printing money.
Let me just take one out of the bottom.
No, because there goes $500 or something. So that's it.
It's fucking infuriating because I really want to buy a new video.
I wonder how long it's going to take though for this to get shut down.
I don't know.
Why would you ever shut this down? This is just free market.
No. Step one is to regulate the fucking
the
digital currency.
Which means you leave the country that it's being regulated in and go to a smaller country where they welcome it because they want the economy.
Something's going to happen though. I'm just
saying
waiting.
It can't exist. It just needs to be regulated.
Regulated in what way?
A dam is going to break, Matt. Somewhere down
regulated
the line.
in what way? The people are
Step one?
making data centers. They're making data centers which are using a copious amount of electricity, which is paid for, which will actually be paid for, and the income made from it needs to be declared and taxed, which it is.
Okay. Step one,
already being regulated.
Okay. Step one, governments need to acknowledge it as a legit currency. Okay,
if they want to.
No, but you can't do that. That's against the point of it. Governments only release currency from a centralized bank. This is a decentralized currency. Therefore, governments cannot.
They don't. No, they're not going to be ones releasing it. Just acknowledge it. All they have to do is create. They have to have essentially their own gold standard. They just need to have it compare. They need to have a value compared to the USD or the CAD or the euro or
They
whatever.
do.
But I guess
whatever
it would on the stock market, right?
They do, yes. They already do. You can look that up anytime you want. There is a price per Bitcoin in US dollars, but the thing that makes it strange is that it's decentralized. There's no other currency that's decentralized. Everything's from a central bank. All currencies are from the central
then
bank.
they need a central bank.
Something's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. This is my YouTube point as well. You can't go this far.
I like how you guys
And just
like. You guys
ride
want
the
more
train.
regulation. You got
I'm not
more tax.
Wait, Matt.
More
Wait,
bullshit.
wait. I'm not saying I want or don't want it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's going to happen.
that's ludicrous. That's so ludicrous. It's not like these people are buying graphics cards to kill people.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
You start making your own currency, and it takes off like this. Something's going to happen.
Look what happened with the .coms. The .com like blew up and then crashed, but it wasn't due to regulation. It just crashed. Free market.
I'm not talking about a crash or anything. I'm just saying.
Well, no, but this might crash. It's blowing up.
the
but
government.
that's free market.
The government is going to take interest at some point.
Every major industry is always intervened by the government.
Yeah.
It's always regulated.
But if this is decentralized, how do you regulate it?
This is the government. They can write a law to do whatever they want.
But how do you track it?
Whatever they do normally. I don't know.
But this is an untrackable currency. That's how it was designed.
Banks have resources.
But they don't deal in Bitcoin.
Well, you would have to
just
do
because
it.
they
You
don't
would
deal in it doesn't mean that they're not looking into it. They're not.
But this is anti-bank. Banks are centralized.
Matt,
This is anti-bank.
Matt, part of having a company is also using part of your looking at other aspects of other companies. Just because you make TV saying as I'm never going to look at a microwave, fuck microwaves, or don't deal with microwaves whatsoever.
No, but
doesn't mean you can't have people researching TVs looking at microwaves for whatever reason.
Okay, back to E3.
It's gonna happen, man.
Part of my brother's job at RBC, he's an anti-terrorist financing and he's an anti-money laundering investigations. Part of his job is looking at digital currencies.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not looking at it, like, because you could possibly launder through it, I would assume.
Yes.
But that's the
But
point.
that's laundering that would be like in conjunction with the existing currency system.
The point I'm making is just that it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Whether you agree
Back
or
to
disagree
E3.
whether it should, it's going to happen.
Back
All
to
right.
E3.
Gears 5 was announced, kind of hilariously, because they started off with the Gears logo. Everyone went nuts in the audience.
Yeah,
and then
they
a pop
really
filter,
should have inverted those.
And pop
Well, no,
and
I
mobile
think-
game.
a pop character burst through, and everyone kind of just immediately died. Like it was just,
And then it was a mobile game as well.
and it was a mobile game. But then they
Big old
backed it
troll.
up. They backed it up with the actual game, Gears 5.
That was a pretty great troll.
And this game interests me as well, which was surprising.
Gears of War 5.
I've played all the Gears games except for Judgment and 4, but I like the games. And this one looks pretty good.
Did you want to
we
play
had-
Judgment? Did you want to play Judgment?
It is a spin-off.
Is it in Game Pass?
I have the disc. If it's backwards compatible, we can literally plant our butts down here and just play co-op.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, even if you had to, you could just dig out
Have
your
you,
old.
have you played Judgment?
Yeah, I played
Have
Judgment.
you played it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have.
It's not a priority for me. I don't have your rule where I need to play it either.
It's pretty much. I can't remember which game it is. It might be the third game again. Oh, it is. It's either the first game or the third game, but it's like another squad from like their point of view. Like it's like they literally just run through the same story again. But
Right. It was the third one.
I think it's the third one.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just like
Because Coltrane and I want to say
Baird. Yeah,
They break off in that campaign.
They do their own thing. Yeah,
And so this is just showing you what happens.
yeah. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's like a really big DLC pack.
Matt got angry because there's no E in the Judgment title.
Yeah.
But they refer to different things.
Yeah. Back to E3.
Gears 5 looked great, I thought. Halo Infinite was teased at the very beginning. And it was kind of awkward.
Yeah, I don't.
The music was kind of weird. It was cool to see the Halo again, I guess.
I have a feeling this is a live game. Infinite.
Oh, he's going to go on and this would be the Halo forever?
This is maybe Halo Forever or Halo for a while.
Yeah.
A couple of campaigns for sale or something.
Yeah, maybe. The new From Software game, I believe it's pronounced Sekiro, but it's written Sekiro, but I heard them talking about
I think it's Sekiro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Matt on that.
Sekiro.
But I watched like the developers say Sekiro.
The developer said it.
Yeah, I think so.
then
Now,
go for it.
go look it up yourself.
Well, whatever.
It's a
You
Japanese.
spelt it. You
It's a
spelt
Japanese
it.
word.
You can look it up.
Shadows Die Twice.
This is
It's
this
written
is,
as a subtitle.
everyone thought this was Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, I
when
guess
we were watching it, I mean,
yeah.
and then it was like,
Wait. Ghost of Tsushima
Is
was
separate.
It was last year. It was from Sucker Punch.
yes,
yeah, it
it's
was-
E3. It's a Sony title.
Okay, and then there's From Software doing this,
Yeah, Shadows Die Twice.
and then there's
One of your games that you like, right?
what? Neo 2 was announced.
Oh yeah,
Then there's another one.
it's the year of the feudal Japan games.
Yeah, there's like 4 different ones now.
Yeah,
All we need was Capcom to throw Onimusha 5 in there.
but Shadows Die Twice. The subtitle on this, I guess, refers to some sort of resurrection mechanic they have in the game. They showed it off in the trailer too. The guy gets killed and then he comes back immediately. Now you normally come back in From Software games, but you get like reset. This one might allow you to stay where you are, maybe.
I'm waiting for the inevitable crossover between all the From Software games.
I want to know whether this
putting
one's
all
going
Why
to
does
be
the-
challenging.
everyone wants a universe?
Yeah, everyone just bringing just the
Is this one even going to be
From Software.
challenging?
Yes, it's
cinematic
still a
universe.
hard game, and he
Okay.
said the other meaning behind Shadows Die Twice means you'll die a lot. And he
Christ.
says this resurrection mechanic does not make the game easy
I'm out.
until you get it for free, and we're going to play it, right?
No, I
damn.
got Bloodborne for free, and I never installed it.
All right, Xbox Game Pass got an update. They're going to be pumping out new games for the service, including Fallout 4, Elder Scrolls Online, Tamriel Unlimited, and The Division. And I guess from now on, you're going to get every Microsoft first-party title day one
On Game Pass.
On Game Pass.
Which immediately makes buying games on Xbox obsolete, basically,
Just get Game Pass.
with the exception of third-party titles.
Right. Which you have access to on EA Access.
And
But the
some
Game
on
Pass
Game
doesn't-
Pass.
The Game
So-
Pass doesn't
And with gold.
apply.
yeah, so
But
like,
but the Game Pass doesn't apply to PC.
correct.
Yes.
As far as we know.
Yeah. They also announced a fast start feature that makes all these Game Pass titles load faster.
That was a really weird review.
so
That was a weak part of
Yeah.
the conference. Where they're just like, we're releasing
But-
this thing where it makes it load faster. I'm like,
we're gonna
who
we're gonna
cares?
stick our
I think-
engineer out here and talk to you guys for a bit.
I think it was weak though because like it's hard to understand what they're actually doing.
They
to
should
make
have
it launch
just
faster.
released that on the show floor or something in an interview.
Yeah.
And been like, hey, we're releasing this new feature.
Yeah. Other than that, Game Pass seems fantastic. It's $1 right now for the first month,
That's pretty good.
and then I think it's in Canada. I think it's 11 something.
well, I don't have an Xbox, so it doesn't matter.
I think I get free 30 days. I think I have a code.
I have a code as well. Yeah.
I want to do it to try Sea of Thieves.
hmm
That's definitely worth it.
My Xbox is currently full. The hard drive is full right now though, so I couldn't fit all these games I want to play on it anyway.
I just delete and download as I need.
I'm trying to make it through the Halo game so I can get that off my system.
There you go. Use an external
Yeah,
drive.
Brian, there's
Yeah.
your need to play all these games.
Microsoft also announced some major purchases of independent studios.
Yeah,
The studios in question are Undead Labs. They made State of Decay 2. Playground Games, who makes the Forza Horizon series. Compulsion, who makes...
I thought they had already owned them.
I thought that too, but I
Partnered.
guess not. Yeah. Compulsion, who makes We Happy Few. And Ninja Theory, the developers who made Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. In addition, Microsoft also announced that they formed a brand new studio called The Initiative, which is being led by a former Crystal Dynamics lead who was working on the original Tomb Raider reboot in 2013. So they're really focusing on first party titles now and making more interesting first party games. I think they're trying to go toe to toe with Sony's first party studios.
Well, they're also in a unique position right now to give people what they're crying for, which is single player games, and then also monetize that continually through Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which is extremely intelligent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because like really, if you're playing Sea of Thieves, you're not going to be playing much anything
Right.
else. So essentially, your Game Pass money is going all toward the Sea of Thieves guys. You know.
Yeah. So you know how I was upset with the Ninja Theory because they were kind of talking about how great it was to be an independent studio.
Sure.
They released a video on why they did this, and it was Microsoft gave them complete freedom to do whatever they want,
Like in the contract.
and
or
then they
whatever?
just have the monetary safety net of Microsoft behind them. So
yeah, that's a dealio.
that's an impressive deal for them. Yeah,
That's a Fox network move right there. That's how Fox became a network with The Simpsons.
oh
They agreed. The only reason why Simpsons signed with the Gracie Film side with them was because Fox gave them complete 100% control. They agreed to no network interference whatsoever.
That's incredible, eh?
Yeah, which is unheard of.
I mean, I imagine Microsoft could put their foot down on certain things, but
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great for Ninja Theory. I'm still going to play their games because I love them as a developer. So
I saw an interview on We Happy Few today, and it was pretty interesting. They say that how it was like procedurally generated. It still is, but that like early access thing that they had earlier was literally just for people to like fuck around in the world.
right,
They have like fully structured, like handmade parts. They said now.
that's what it looked like in the trailer they released. Yeah,
They said like what they've basically done is like they've taken that world and they've just within I think it was 2 years they've just done story basically.
it's super fascinating looking, and their art style is very BioShock-esque, but it looks really really cool.
It looks I think I'll check it out for sure.
Game Pass now, I guess.
Yeah,
since they own the
really.
studio. So
Why would you pay $80 for it when I could just pay $10 a month?
yeah,
I think that's what it is anyway.
But this Game Pass,
$10 American, $11.29 or something like that. in
but this
Canada.
Yeah, Game
something.
Pass though, you're still downloading the games, right? You're not streaming them.
right.
I think
Although-
they mentioned that, didn't they? Did they
Well,
mention?
that's what I thought Fast Start was going to be. It's like you stream the game while it kind of downloads in the back. Or something.
I think it was mentioned that they're looking at streaming. I think
Something
it was
like that,
mentioned, but
yeah.
it wasn't in depth.
I think they could probably easily like make this a streaming service.
But this is one of those things that makes sense, right? Like if you're playing your game, like how like right now if you want to play Fortnite, for example, you're on your PS4 here. Let's say you come to my house for whatever reason, you want to play Fortnite there, you just log in and that's it. So like that's clouded. It'd be super interesting for you to like, let's say you have slower internet here, so you have your game Sea of Thieves or something, I don't know, downloaded here, you play it here, but then you're like, you come to my house, I don't have Sea of Thieves.
I can just play it.
You could just play it instantly because
Yeah.
I just have the fucking streaming, and then I don't have to have more data on my console. I don't have to deal with the storage.
Yeah, because like games are becoming way too big now. Battlefield 1 was like 75 gigs on my hard drive. So if you brought that game home like me and I have slow internet, and you got to download those updates, but that include all the content, even though you don't own the DLC.
Yeah.
That you're not going to be playing that game for a while.
You know what's really fucked up actually is, think about this. We were complaining about them not having backwards compatibility. They can just shut it off now. Oh, Sea of Thieves is offline, folks. Click. And then in 5 years, they'll be like, Sea of Thieves remastered. Buy it again.
Pretty dangerous, eh?
Oh, this game's only available for 3
Because-
days. Click.
Because before you used to own the disc, now you don't. You have a license. Now you won't even have a license. You'll have nothing.
So if they decide to take it off, it's like, whoop, there it goes. Bye.
That's pretty insane, isn't it?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
There will be games that will just be unplayable.
Yep. Because they decided to take
Will
it
be
off.
gone to history.
And like, due to music licensing, they'll just pull it.
Oh
They- full
Alan
control.
Wake.
Full control. Same with GTA 4 where they had to like fix the songs up.
All right, we got to get Motor in here.
What's the E3 special? We always go overtime.
Bethesda, Rage 2. What'd you think of that band, Adriano? Was that your type of music?
Andrew WK.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, that was Andrew WK.
So it is his type
Yeah,
of music.
I guess so.
I know of him. I don't listen to it, but I do respect him.
I enjoyed that song actually.
Yeah.
It's a bit zany.
The trailer.
Yeah,
That collector's edition is gross.
the head.
That is gross. Tim didn't think that was real. He was like, "What?" He's like, "That's not actually what the collector's edition is." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And I
How
sent
much-
him the link. He's like, "That's fucking gross."
How much does it cost?
120 maybe. Please check the Beth store. I don't know if that's right.
What? Wait, what?
You know, during the trailer, she looks on like the CRT TV or something, or it's like a monitor or something, and there's like that like talking zombie head. It's like
It's a
now.
commercial
that's,
for it.
That's the real collector's edition.
Oh, who would want that?
That's gross. Yeah, that's gross.
We'll get one for down here. We'll just put it above my TV.
Please do. That's your house.
Yeah, Ryan. If you agree to put that on display, indefinitely, I will buy it for you.
No, I'm not going to do that at all. No. So Rage 2, I'm cautiously curious about it.
I'm gonna get it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
geez,
they convinced me.
Elder Scrolls Blades for iOS and Android.
I'm all
was announced.
signed up.
It's fucking free. I'll download it.
Yeah.
I think
give
it's
it a
gonna
go.
come soon. People are saying like September or whatever because that's what the App Store says. I think that's full release.
I bet you they wanted a. Remember when they did the shelter?
They probably
Fallout
wanted
Shelter?
to be
Fallout Shelter.
available.
It was available that day. They probably wanted that again. I guess this game probably needs more testing though.
Well, it's a big game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically a full mobile Elder Scrolls experience.
And
basically,
he said it's basically Elder Scrolls.
that's crazy. And,
And
you
you
can
can-
build the whole town.
You can play it with one hand too.
Hell yeah, and in portrait. Pretty great.
Like
The portrait support was actually kind of shocking.
That's incredible, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked his reason why they did
like,
that.
yeah, so you can play in meetings.
Yeah, that's so good.
I must say, Todd Howard as a presenter, he's
Pretty good.
pretty good.
They should just move him up to like chairman of Bethesda.
They,
And just-
I think he is of the game studios, right? Or he's high up anyway.
Yeah.
They should license him out for every E3. Just like bring him on stage, have him do PlayStations and
Yeah.
Microsoft's, and EA's just like
I'm back, everybody, and everyone thinks there's a new Fallout or something
Yeah.
every time.
Doom Eternal was announced. I was a little confused on what that is. Is it a whole new game?
It's a new game on Earth. And
Wait, what?
Hell on Earth.
But it's not like a Doom 2. It's like it's something
It's not
different.
Doom 2. It's Hell on Earth.
Right.
Literally.
Yes. Wolfenstein: The Young Blood is a co-op game.
And
Takes-
I'm out.
Takes place in the 80s, so I'm out.
Well, I don't care about the 80s. It's the game's too hard, so I'm out.
The game's too hard. Yeah.
I've never been stuck in a staircase so long as I have been in fucking Wolfenstein. I can't fucking handle it.
Oh man. But if they added an easier mode, you said right? Then they may have.
there's like 6 or 7 different difficulties, but even the easiest is still
I
kind
was
of
struggling.
difficult.
Yeah. So. And then the big thing was Fallout 76.
Oh,
They finally
yeah.
showed gameplay, and it was a bit confusing. We were confused. We were kind of talking about it for like an hour afterwards.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what actually this game is, and in some subsequent interviews that Todd Howard did.
I did a bunch of research too.
Yeah, so this is an online only game.
Yes.
You need to play this online. You cannot play this offline. You must be in a server.
But you can play single player though.
You can play it alone.
No, yes, this is the misconception. You can play it alone online,
That's fine.
like
So-
the Division.
There are no NPCs in this world. Any actual human character you encounter is a player.
Yes, no raiders, no towns, no city. Well, I don't know whether they said no towns, but there's no human run towns like Diamond City.
Right.
Maybe there's like a robot town.
Because
who
this
knows?
is really the first time humans are settling the wasteland.
Correct.
So there wouldn't be that much humans or settlements already there. They're all dead from the nukes.
So your subsequent children, essentially, of these dwellers are the ones that founded Rivet City, Megaton, all the rest of it.
Right.
So it seems, anyway.
So there are still going to be quests, and they're using a lot of robots,
and world stuff,
journals,
so
and
holotapes,
and stuff like that. Which doesn't sound interesting to me, but I guess it'll be all right.
Well, the thing that they were saying is they said it fits it really well because they said like the focus of the game is supposed to be like you explore. So it's supposed to be like, I found a holotape in the front of like the Red Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
You pop it in, you listen
Red
to it
Rockets.
while you like walk around
Yeah.
the like Red Rocket.
And one of the big things is you can nuke areas of the map. And what this does is it creates like a high level zone.
Creates like almost like an instance, like a high level area where you can get better material.
You can get better gear and whatnot and better whatever else.
All players are always shown on the map live.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I thought you could hide.
No. You are on the map at all times.
So this is going to be a big kill fest.
So what they said about that was they're curious. Like what they said about this is this was one of our major questions. To be clear, I'll just list our questions. To be clear, after the E3 presentation of Bethesda, our questions were the online thing, which you already went through. Like, is solo actually a private server? So there's that. Is there going to be mods? That was also addressed, and I'll talk about that in a second. And then there was the griefing.
Mm-hmm.
How does like griefing work with the settlements, and how does settlements work? So, I've already talked about the online thing. So when you leave the vault, you're automatic. So people can actually be in the vault with you. So if I'm that's your character creation. So if other people are creating their character, they can be in the vault with you. And then you leave the vault and you're out in the world. Everyone is marked on the world at all times, as far as I understand it. They said that they're still dialing the grief system. So they said they haven't fully done that, and I'm sure that'll be something they definitely look at.
But
in the
how
beta.
do they stop you from just killing everyone you come across?
But
Unless
if
there's
you
some
do-
penalty for it.
If you they said that they want to make it so that there's a little bit of drama there, but that's why it's softcore. You don't lose progress, you don't lose items. So if I kill you, it's like, oh, I'm dead. I appear
But
again.
then I got to load or whatever. It's just a
but
hassle.
you appear again, and then you just say fuck it, I'm not going to that town. You go to somewhere else.
But what if there's something I want in that town? What if there's
Well,
good
then
gear
you
in that
I
town? What
guess
if
you
there's
better,
good weapons
I guess
in
you
that
better
town?
fight that guy then.
See, I don't like
and win.
That's where they lose me when I have to fight other players who are going to always be better than me.
Not necessarily. Just kill them. Just kill them.
I don't work in game development, obviously, but I think the system that I would probably implement immediately off the off the bat would be if I were to kill Matt, my damage to all other humans in the game is immediately shaved off by 10%.
Wow.
Okay, so then if I immediately come back, and there's a time limit. Okay, so if I immediately come back, I can, and I decided to shoot anyone again, either it's Matt or you, I'm only doing 90% of what I normally would have. And then if I kill you, that brings it down to 80. Or maybe it's exponential. Maybe it's down to 75 and then 60 and then
like
45.
in 25% increments, you mean?
Yeah. So then if I decide to come at you at 40% and I still somehow kill you, that means you suck as a player, but now I'm down to 30% damage for even longer.
Right.
And eventually it'll get to the point where you kill me. And then you're
The thing is,
down.
though, is there is actually a wanted system. So if you kill a bunch of people, you get some sort of bounty. There's some sort of bounty system.
So kind of like
system in the
GTA
game.
Online.
It's kind of like GTA Online. So it'll basically be like, I mean, you're shown on the map. Obviously, they didn't go into intricacies of everything, but you're shown on the map. I'm sure if maybe someone hovers over you, it'll be like bounty of 2,000 cabs, and you can
Right.
kill them.
Well, we've also kind of played this in the Division with the Dark Zone.
The Dark Zone is a kill fest.
You
though.
do, but you do have those encounters with people where you're like, "Holy Christ, what's this guy going to do?"
Yeah.
And then sometimes they'll just go off on their own, and sometimes you have to fight them.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Or they'll fight with you for a bit, and then they'll turn on you.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not quite at Ubisoft yet, but did they say what the Dark Zone is going to be?
No, I've watched a couple things of theirs, and they didn't mention the Dark Zone. No one even brought up the Dark Zone, which is weird.
No?
No one asked them questions about the Dark Zone.
I think it's just because it's known as the PvP area, so no one really cares.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, back to Bethesda.
Oh, the camps.
Mm-hmm.
If you settle on in a meadow, so you actually have a thing called the CAMP, whatever that stands for. It's like an acronym.
Yeah.
And then you set it up. And let's say you set up in a meadow. It's a small settlement.
You can't make big buildings or anything like that.
It's literally a camp. It's a smaller area, and it can be attacked and broken, but it can't be destroyed, and it is easily repaired. So there's that. And if you leave, it disappears. And when you come back,
you mean when you sign off?
When you sign off, it disappears, so no one can attack it. When you come back, whenever you load, because there's no server browser, you never see a server, it'll go back to the same place. If someone else is living there, it will blueprint it for you, and you can put it somewhere else.
Right.
So those were our major questions.
All right. Well, there you go. The map's 4 times bigger than Fallout 4.
Which is huge.
So if there's a dozen people in this game, even though you can see them on the map, they could still be so far away.
I think it's more than a dozen. Dozens.
He said dozens, yes.
Yeah.
But not hundreds. This isn't like Fortnite.
It's not like Rust or Fortnite.
Yeah. And then they had just a couple far out announcements. Starfield was finally confirmed. It's been highly rumored for the last 5 years even, I think.
Yep, single player focused.
And what they showed was enough for me because it was just space and there was a satellite of some sort.
Yep.
And then it zoomed off into hyperspace or something like that.
And that was it.
That was it. And that was cool. And then
Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6, which we all kind of knew was coming, which will probably be next gen. Because he kind of hinted at that a couple years ago, that Elder Scrolls 6 would be the tech wasn't available yet. He said, right?
That's super interesting. I hesitantly get a vibe of we're using Fallout 76 to see how you guys like multiplayer, so we can put it into Elder Scrolls 6.
Maybe, which is weird because they have ESO.
But it's totally a different experience. I think they realize that is people want the first person game studio. Give us a game studio's experience.
Right. So Starfield is actually their first new IP in 25 years.
Yeah.
Bethesda Game Studios.
Yeah, because they
first
bought
IP.
Fallout,
Mhm.
and then they bought Doom, I guess, and id and whatever else. So they haven't made their own IP for a while.
So that's exciting. All right, there's Bethesda.
Heck yeah.
Square Enix, we'll go over really quick. Just Cause 4.
Which is just as wacky as ever, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's not much more to say about that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Kingdom Hearts 3, which people are super excited for.
People are
And
freaking out.
really weird trailer.
That was really fucking
With the
weird.
audio, Herc, huh?
Oh. That was so fucking
There was
weird.
no sound effects and no ambient sounds. That was the problem.
That
I
was a
think.
weird. Well, it was clearly a work in progress thing. Clearly,
I hope so.
I would say it is.
All right.
That's my opinion.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I wasn't too happy with what they were currently doing, but then after E3 and seeing the new trailer and some gameplay, it's just Tomb Raider again, so I'm happy.
That's
So
all right. The last Tomb Raider.
You still concerned or upset that this is the last game?
I don't know if that's confirmed. I heard it somewhere that it was just going to be a trilogy. And yes, I am upset that it's the last game.
I feel like this is good. This is they leave you wanting more rather than being like Jesus.
I mean, that's fair, but I still want more. This game isn't even out, and I still want there to be another one after.
See,
this.
that's ridiculous. That's too much. Maybe
Well,
this
that's a
game's
sign
maybe
of-
this
that's a
game's
s-
super long.
It's a sign of a good game.
Yeah, that's good, but it's good to be left wanting more.
Yeah. All right, hopping to Ubisoft now. Just Dance 2019.
Right away
Yeah.
with Aaron in that panda costume.
At
Aaron
least,
in
at
the
least
panda
they
costume.
did it right at the beginning. They got over and done with.
And that's the game sells big for them because they've been doing it for a long time
Yeah.
now. So I'm sure a lot of people are happy to see
And
2019 come
and
out.
like to actually make one of those games is probably like the tech's already there. Like they just have to
New
just
dance moves,
update
new
a few
songs.
assets, tweak a few things, and update the licenses of the songs. That's it.
Yeah. It's always fun when it's at Fan Expo too because you got a bunch of people in their cosplay all up there dancing and stuff. It's hilarious. Beyond Good and Evil 2, we got a new CG trailer for that.
I am incredibly excited for this game. And
you played the first
never,
one?
I've never even played the first one.
That's
but
amazing.
I really, really want to play this game.
Was there a gameplay shown? There was kind of, right?
But they didn't go full screen with it,
That-
and it was
yeah.
just like the environment.
yeah, the stream was messed up a little bit.
Yeah, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt came out.
Oh yeah, they're doing that like people can create stuff for the game.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty cool, but it got some controversy because I guess people are worried about it being a system where you generate content for a game for a low cost, and then you might have to agree to make the content before getting a.
What?
Hang on. You might have to agree. You might have to make the content before agreeing to being paid.
I mean, I'm sure people who are just fans are just going to want to do it.
Yes, but the whole Joseph Gordon-Levitt system is to help not necessarily make people a living off of making art, but help them get art into content and get some monetary value out of it. He cleared it up, but there was some confusion with people. They thought people were going to have to make artwork and then have to deal with the payment afterwards and potentially not get paid for their work. But that's not the case.
Interesting.
He had to do some PR management on this.
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can. You're not going to be on the stage for 30 minutes talking about the intricacies of how a monetization
I think it's
works.
super cool to have fans put art into the game or music into the game. Wes's band had music in freaking Far Cry 5.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. I
was
was in a
amazing.
car and you're like, "What's that song?"
Yeah.
And you like hopped in the car, you can hear it loud, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
That's a cool thing. So there you go. God damn it!
What the heck are you doing over there?
Freaking Google Docs screwing me over.
Jesus.
Division 2 we talked about. Skull and Bones. We got
I'm in.
I'm in on Skull and Bones too.
I'm in Skull and Bones now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like a more advanced version of Black Flag.
Yeah, what we saw, especially of the Skull and Bones demo we saw last year.
Right. Yeah. So
Is this
I'm in.
does this have a release?
I don't have it written down. I'm not sure if they announced it either. But they showed off quite a bit of it.
Ubisoft Game Pass exclusive.
Christ on sale.
I mean,
Jesus.
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't mind
you wouldn't mind.
if each publisher had their own Game Pass.
I would mind.
If I had to pay 10,
I would absolutely mind. For the rate of games that I play, I
Well,
would
it's
not.
it's not good for
I
you
would
at
not
all.
give
Actually,
my money.
you would save a bunch of money because you would do the monthly, and you would just be like, oh, I'm going to play Rogue for 3 months or something. You'd play Rogue. You'd pay like I don't know $30, and then you'd just like unsubscribe, and then you would just not pay.
No,
anything.
but that's the
And
thing.
then you've only paid $30 rather than $80.
I wouldn't unsubscribe.
Well, that's your problem. Like that's literally
and
not their
I
problem.
would be paying for a bunch of services that I'm not. I pay for a bunch of streaming services that I don't even use, like
What are you paying for?
Crave and Netflix. I barely use those.
You use Netflix, don't you?
I don't remember the last thing I watched on Netflix.
All right, well then cancel that shit.
I might have watched an episode of Mike Tyson Mysteries on in
11-minute
Europe. Yeah,
episodes.
in Europe. Like I might have done that. That was it.
But even if you only play 2 games of the publisher a year,
You've already paid for it.
you're
the pricing
saving
is
you're
what we
saving
think.
money
Yeah, and
2
Game
a
Pass
year?
is fucked.
because if it's we're talking Canadian price here. Let's say it's
Yeah.
$10 a month, $120 a year. 2 games would be $160.
Correct. That's pretty good.
And I play more than 2 games from the publisher. At least Ubisoft and EA, I play more than 2 of their games.
Yeah, I think
every year.
another concern though is I might be playing games I don't necessarily want to play though.
No one's forcing you to play them.
Yeah, what? Do you, what,
Yeah.
what do you- these are
Yeah.
all your. This is all your problem. Like Ubisoft wasn't like, hey, Toronto, here's
Although-
this game you hate. And it's like, oh shit,
guess-
I guess I gotta play it.
No, but I think the point he's making is there's going to be years where he doesn't save money on this system.
Yeah, because
Where-
But
where-
it could balance out.
Which
Who
is when
knows?
which is when you don't sign up for annual if that's available. You sign up for monthly.
No, 10-year contracts locked in.
Well, I guarantee that's not gonna happen.
Otherwise, they
if-
take your firstborn.
if it's incredibly cheap, like if they because the whole point of going longer is you're saving money. So if they're like, oh, if we'll give you 10 when you do for 10 years, if it's the price of 5, you're like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'll pay 5 years up front.
I wouldn't do that because the friggin' service is live. They could change it whenever the hell they want. And then it might change to something I hate.
Transference was some crazy Elijah Wood game.
That's
It's creepy looking.
That's fucking creepy.
It's a
dude.
VR experience.
Just creepy as hell.
It's focused for the VR, but you can play it on a traditional console, they said. And it's scary looking.
I think that's let's play watchable. Like I'll watch a let's play of it, but I ain't gonna buy it.
I'll play. Matt, you buy it, I'll play it.
Starlink,
I just said I'm not gonna buy it.
Starlink had a big showing this year. Star Fox is coming to it on Switch. And
Yep.
you'll have like your own little like Star Fox ship. I
Yeah,
don't know if his ship has a name. I don't play those games.
I was actually talking. We were talking about this before the show.
Disclaimer: we know Aaron, who's working on the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not doing anything for us. Like he's.
No, but just so
Oh.
people know.
But I was thinking that I might wait to get a Switch, and this might be one of the games I play on the Switch. Not necessarily for Star Fox. I never really played Star Fox. I played a little bit of it when I was.
But
a
just
kid.
to have something on the Switch.
But I like it looks interesting, and it'd be cool to
heads
have it
up,
on the go.
Heads up though, if you're looking to play, is a co-op experience?
I don't know. That's a good question.
If it is,
I never looked like
and,
super
and we're
into
intending to play with Aaron, that might be something you want to get on PlayStation.
That's a good point.
Not necessarily.
I mean, like this is me spitballing.
Does he want to
here.
play it after he's played it for 2 years?
That's something. That's also a conversation that we need to have with him. So we'll have to bring that up with him.
But I will be doing the digital model, not the
Yeah.
little toy. I think.
Excuse me.
Come on now.
Getting late already. AC Odyssey. I'm completely sold on this.
I think I might be done with the AC fucking franchise.
You're not even caught up.
Next one I would have to play is Unity.
You haven't even gotten to the good ones yet.
I'm
I'm in the same friggin' boat. I'm now in the same boat as Adriano on this
Yeah.
series.
You caught up to Matt.
No, he's ahead of me. He played Rogue.
Well, but you played Unity. You're kind of tied.
I never beat Unity though.
What?
I am ahead. Woo!
I never beat Unity,
Man, I
and I
play
never
some
beat Black
fucking
Flag.
video games. What are you doing, bud?
Where's your
Oh.
fucking Fallout?
I'm currently turning through Rogue. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
His accent's great.
his
Irish?
His Irish.
Yeah.
His Irish border like. It's very muff like it's almost Americanized. Yeah.
This game doesn't look like Assassin's Creed. It just looks like an RPG, which I kind of like.
I think it's the right move for them to shift what the game is. You know,
And I hear-
where it's just an action adventure game. It's now an RPG.
And I hear there's very little animus.
I guess you can choose how much you want of the animus in this one.
You can choose.
They did actually focus on the future stuff because they said there are people who actually like that stuff, and so they wanted to give them an option.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you can choose, I guess. Maybe it's like you can just leave the animus whenever you want.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then if you don't want to do it, you just fucking stay.
Just to stay in there, yeah.
Interesting.
So they added more RPG elements. Ancient Greece, and you can choose your gender. I guess it changes the game in slight ways. But
That means there's a replay value.
but they said it changes it in slight ways, not greatly.
Probably like
but-
a couple of dialogue options or something, because there's dialogue options.
Yeah, and there's dialogue options and romance options. And I guess they took the romance options from Anthem because Anthem doesn't have romance options.
They stole it from
They
them.
still,
Sorry, you can't do romance options. We're doing it this year.
yeah. So this game looks pretty fun. I'm pretty excited. I like,
You have to license out romance.
yeah.
Fuck. Jesus.
That'd be funny.
So there you go. What we got here?
You just turned, said, "What do you got here?" and then started drinking a tea. What are you doing?
God, dead air. That's not good.
Throat's getting dry. Give me a second here.
Oh, I want water now.
Sony
We're only at
probably-
Sony.
probably had the worst conference, I think.
EA.
Yeah.
Why don't they show more Battlefield? Show more Battlefield. We have grand campaigns. It's going to be awesome. Here's a picture in 2 seconds. Dun, 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 dun. What was that? That was our trailer. Moving on. I mean that's not
I
legitimate.
didn't
That's
even
me
mention
bitching, but-
Battlefield. I forgot about Battlefield when we were talking about EA.
Matt, you're missing the point. Are you going to buy it?
Maybe not.
I'm buying it.
Yeah.
Listen, so.
Matt, who are you kidding?
It's coming out near Fallout.
Yeah, just because you're not going to buy it at launch doesn't mean you're not going to buy it. You're probably going to buy it.
It's an online game. If it gets stagnant, I'm out.
You're going to buy it.
All right. So anyway, Sony's conference. They started off with Last of Us Part 2. They were in the big tent. That matched.
Oh man, that was fucking.
That
weird,
matched the church from the from the scene they showed.
The string lights they matched up.
I was pretty impressed by this trailer. As a did you watch it actually?
The trailer?
Yeah.
No, I skipped it.
Okay, so I won't go too much into detail. I'll just talk about what I saw.
I started watching the trailer, and then as soon as I saw it was like Last of Us 2, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna.
I'll just talk about the mechanics of the game, though. I won't talk about anything that we saw. They've updated the AI, and you can kind of tell this, which was it looks pretty impressive now. They'll talk to each other, they'll make plans, they'll try to hunt you out.
They stacked up at a
What are
door.
They stacked up at the door, which was super cool.
They're called clickers.
No, well they are, but in this game they just showed off human enemies.
Oh,
In this trailer.
Wait, isn't clickers only one type?
Yes, that's true as well. They're the infected.
Yeah, they infected.
The clickers are the blind ones that make clicking sounds to locate where they are.
and rip the top of your head off.
Yeah, they're instant kills.
see, I think that's why I'm hesitating to play Last of Us because it is a zombie-esque game.
It doesn't feel like a zombie game though.
Okay, all right.
But it's still a zombie game, so he's out.
I'm not
Moving
saying,
on.
I'm not saying I'm always
Back
out.
to
I
E3,
think
everybody.
I think that's
no more Adriano's schedule.
I
That's
think-
enough for that segment this week.
I think that's what's kind of keeping me from starting it is because I'm so sick of zombie games. But I'd play the shit out of Left 4 Dead 3.
Can we have like a segment jingle for Adriano's schedule?
No.
Adriano's schedule. You know.
They also made upgrades to the character you play as, which I won't mention to Adriano. But they made upgrades to the character you play as. They added jump mechanics, a dodge mechanic.
You couldn't jump in the other game?
You can't jump. You can now freely jump, and there's a dodge mechanic. The whole fighting style is different, and they showed a bit of that. There's different things you can do.
And then everybody had to get up and move to a proper conference.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And then we had to like watch like the PlayStation blog guys, which was fine, but it was a really awkward transition.
And I saw someone say like, "Oh, maybe this worked well for the people at the conference."
Yeah.
But they said I heard some people say that like they were missing announcements as they were still being herded into the new conference.
Oh, they hadn't waited for everyone to get seated.
I don't know what they did.
See, what they should have did
It's
for the
taking
live
too
stream
long.
is they should have started it like 20 minutes late. It should have opened up with the Last of Us 2 trailer. Then, if people were still getting seated, like ours should have started later than the people at the show. While they're moving and getting seated, if we have to cut to the PlayStation blog, all they had to say is, "Hey, some people are still getting seated, so here's a couple of announcements." And then let's get the show started.
Problem is though, if you're doing a 20-minute delay, people are tweeting out that shit in that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they know Last of Us 2 is something that exists, right? Like it's not that.
The solution
big
would
of
have
a
been not to fucking have two separate theaters.
Yes.
Yes, that is also a solution. Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima was shown next.
Oh man,
It looked pretty damn good.
pretty damn good.
You watched that? You picked up there, right?
Yeah.
That looked fantastic.
Look really good.
I wasn't really knowing what to expect when they first announced it, but Sucker Punch is a really good studio, so they seem like they're handling it well.
I wonder how this game is. Like Infamous was open world, so is this open world?
It looked open world because
Because it like showed the planes and stuff, and it was like talking about it, right?
yeah, and apparently that's like it was all like real time too because when he was on that when he was looking over like the planes at the burnt down like city and whatnot, you could see Mongols like making their way towards him. So as he goes off to that mission objective, right, and he goes and rescues that guy, and then it has that sword fight. Those Mongols were making their way over to you the entire time, apparently.
Oh, really? So if you just sat there the entire time,
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
wonder.
the world might feel more real than static.
I wonder how this is going to play out. I don't know the actual history. I assume this actually happened.
Well, I don't know.
Like the Mongol invasion. I assume, but like I wonder if it's like going to be like a proper war. Like if it's real time. I wonder if in the free roam you're going to be able to like liberate cities or something. I don't know. I'm just curious if it is free roam. Wonder what the free roam activities are.
Yeah, I'm not
if
sure.
It's this alive.
I'm not sure how accurate it is to say it was real time, but I think it was just more that you could see the actions happening. You know,
It's still pretty cool.
That led up to what happens at the end of that little sequence they showed.
Yeah.
So one of the questions I have is how the combat works because we didn't see any like we can't see button prompts or anything like that. But there's a point where he just like slices down that one samurai,
That was pretty great.
with one hit, and it's like
Basically, just with the unsheathing of his sword,
Yeah.
the guy's already dead.
yeah. So that was pretty cool. But he did have like more moments where he was like parrying and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering if it's gonna be like almost like Batman controls, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where combat's going in these type of games.
Resident Evil 2 remake. Adrian, you're excited for that?
Mm-hmm.
There's a violent, the poor rat.
Yeah.
That was really
That was a
sad.
violent ass trailer. Woo!
Violent ass Sony conference.
Oh Christ! Yeah, people were getting stabbed.
Everything
people were
was
getting electrocuted.
everything was pretty violent, except for maybe Spider-Man. It was violent in its own way, but it wasn't as bloody. Death Stranding. What do you guys think of that trailer?
That game looks very boring for some reason.
Well, it was
And
the first
it's
time we got
totally early.
gameplay, and
Yeah.
it was just him delivering packages across the land.
But I'm curious as to whether that is what this game is. Random events, possibly some scripted, or I assume some are scripted. And that, total speculation, I wonder if that's what this game is. Go here, walk around, and as you go through the path, you're taken through maybe some random and or scripted events.
I mean, it might have just been an atmospheric thing to show the environment off, because the environment did look really nice. But there was a point where he gets to like a settlement and he pulls a gun out. So there obviously is going to be fighting combat. But in interviews afterwards, he did talk about how there are moments in the game where you don't need violence to solve problems.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. We still need to see more, obviously. I think it's still very early of what they showed.
Yeah.
But we did get some new characters. One was played by Leia Seydoux. You may have known her from the recent James Bond film. She was also in one of the Mission Impossibles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's in it now. And then Lindsay Wagner, which is a hilarious surprise. I don't know if you guys know who Lindsay Wagner is.
I don't know.
The name sounds familiar.
She
but
was
yeah.
the Biotic Woman in the TV series The $6 Million Man. And then she had her own spin-off, The Bionic Woman. It was in the 70s.
Oh well, come on now. Freaking trying to feed us 70s references. Jesus.
What's hysterical is I don't think that show was like the $6 Million Man was like a big show, and Bionic Woman only ran for like 2 seasons, but it didn't have like the cultural staying power, obviously, because you guys don't know about it. And so her reveal in the game, they made it like this big thing that Lindsay Wagner was in the game. I was like Norman Reedus and Mads Mikkelsen and Leia Seydoux and Lindsay Wagner, and then she shows up as this big like reveal. And in an interview, Kojima said that only Lindsay Wagner could play that role.
That's funny.
I don't believe him. I don't know if he's just being nice. Maybe he is being honest. He said he watched the show like every week when he was younger.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he loves stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Taking old, like, nostalgic stuff. Is it? Did you watch the E3 Coliseum with him? It was pretty long.
Yeah, I think. I did.
I never did, but that's something to check out for fans if they want more info.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's pretty cool things are happening. The rain apparently ages you, and they call it time fall. Because if you notice, when he reached out his hand, a little drop landed, and his like hand aged, like where the drop was.
Oh man!
And they always have like these protective like suits on to protect them from the rain.
It's gonna be a weird ass game.
And they only touched that like World War II looking part once.
What the hell was that?
So this world's going to be completely freaky.
Bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's free roam. Like it looked like it was, but that was just because it was a vast field.
I think it's free roam because the last Metal Gear game was free roam. And another thing is, I don't think you die in this game.
You just get eaten by one of those like floating things.
And like a crater shows up where you once were.
That's fucked.
And they mention it in dialogue. He's like, "You'll come back, but there'll be nothing but a crater left." And then we saw that in the previous, I think E3 or maybe the Game Awards trailer, where the one guy gets sucked up into the crater and then a big crater appears. This game's wacky, and no one knows what's going on.
And they were talking about settlements or something, right? Because there were settlements in a range that where the crater would have.
Mm-hmm. Fallout 76.
Well, I'm trying to make the connection. Is that some sort of like foreshadowing of like explosions in a war, craters? I don't know.
But I remember
That's weird,
I remember
man.
him saying that the only reason you die in games was because it's a leftover function of an arcade console. where the game wants you to put more money in to keep playing. So you would die and then say add more money to continue.
But like you will die if you get shot.
No, you're right.
Like,
You're right.
Just be invincible.
But like a game over scenario got transferred over from a system that you're supposed to pay to continue
Right.
into console games for the next 30 years.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I guess he's trying to figure out something new to do with that, and that's why I don't think you necessarily die in the game.
I think this fucking game is like years out, dude. Honestly,
I don't know. I
don't know.
He didn't have to build the engine.
I'm thinking 2021.
I'm going to say late 2019.
So that'd be a next. No, well, 2021 would probably be a next gen game then.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm going to say late 2019. It's going to be, we're going to see major part of it E3 next year, and then it's going to come out either late 2019 or right in January 2020.
And then Control was a surprise. This is from Remedy Games,
Oh, right.
who did Alan Wake and Max Payne. This is their new game. It looks super cool. I don't know if you watched the gameplay footage they had.
I just watched the stuff from the
I'm
conference.
super interested in this game.
Kind of looked like Quantum Break, though.
It did, but I'm super excited for it actually. After watching the gameplay footage I've seen, it's a wacky game. You're the director of the FBC, which is the Federal Bureau of Control, and she has like this super cool gun that only the director can wield apparently. And there's like rifts and stuff, and there's weird stuff happening.
What game is this?
Control.
I don't remember this at all.
It's crazy.
I
It's really
honestly
crazy.
don't remember this at all.
We'll put the trailer on afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I should watch the gameplay if you got time too.
Yeah, because I need to make a title card anyways.
So anyway, and then they ended with Spider-Man, which is coming out I think
Spider-Man's pretty great.
September something, and it looked fantastic too.
It looked like Batman Arkham Asylum.
I heard people saying though it makes more sense though because he has Spidey senses, Batman doesn't. So when you get those prompts above Spider-Man's head,
That's literally
There's-
lore friendly.
that there's an incoming attack, it's lore friendly. Yeah. But Batman he's just so good that he would know an attack's coming.
I love that they fucking got the swinging right, or at least it sounds like they fucking focused
the people who played it, yeah, they say it feels great.
Because like Jesus Christ, did they mess it up in a lot of games?
And that's like the one thing they need to get right because everyone's
Well,
expecting that to be
What
fantastic.
people were doing was it was just supposed to be like a vehicle. So like I remember the first Spider-Man game, which was like the Tobey Maguire movie. That's what I'm talking about. Where it was like it would just shoot up in the air.
There's
And it would
nothing
be
you
like-
attach to, right?
There's nothing there. Like you could be like there would just be sky above you, and you're just like swinging.
Which makes sense because you don't want people to just fall and die, right?
But the Spider-Man 2 game did the real swinging.
I would swing around for hours in that game.
That was great.
You
That
know.
game was great.
Yeah. All right. That was E3 2018.
No.
Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo.
No, we're going to talk about Nintendo.
All right, talk about Nintendo.
Did you watch Nintendo?
I did watch Nintendo.
I also watched Nintendo.
There we go. Let's talk about that.
Pokemon Go.
They sold me on the Pokeball controller. It comes with a Mew.
Yeah, it comes with the Mew.
What about Mario Party?
I'm out.
I have no connection to Mario Party, so take it away,
Let's play
Adriano.
some Mario Party. Was my Switch?
What's great about this one? One cool thing I saw, they had two Switch screens
Yeah.
that they placed next to each other, and they somehow know their orientation,
Yeah.
and the screens just match up.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So they had the very like loose demo. There's like banana shapes on the screens, and you had to match up the banana shapes with the proper banana end that was cut off on the screen. When you match them, you swipe along both screens, and it'll be like, ding, you got it right.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how it does that. I forget what they said. It can somehow sense when it's next to another one. And
Probably.
Smash Bros.
Oh my God, Smash
Bros.
I heard something funny actually. I don't know. I only saw this on Facebook, so I don't know if this was confirmed. But they said they wanted to do all the characters that's ever been in a Smash Bros. Game. Apparently, Waluigi is in it.
but I asked
That's pretty hilarious.
I asked
actually.
Marty, and Marty said Waluigi was only a he would only come on when he do like a special attack or whatever.
I thought he was a playable character, but I might just be. I'm not a.
I did see
I'm not
posts.
versed
I did see posts where it's like every character, and then it shows like a sad picture of
with Waluigi, and
Waluigi.
he's going. Wah!
Yeah. But yeah, he might not have been a playable character. I think that's the difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I forget what they called them. They called them something different when like other characters come on screen to help you out.
Like assist characters or something, right?
Yeah,
Familiars.
I can't remember. One of the funny things was that they're like, here we have this guy from Fire Emblem. I forget his name. It's Marth, I think.
Marth.
It's like we have two versions of him with different voices, and like it was like almost similar. It was
Yeah.
almost
They
the
played
exact same
both.
thing.
I'm like, no, that was the same file.
It's the same dude, yeah.
And
you
then
guys-
they're like, the Wii Fit trainer has a new face.
Yeah,
I didn't want to do this, but the Wii Fit guys wanted me to change it.
I do actually like that though.
He's
just being blunt about it. Just like that's what we did.
there's too much detail in that. They feel like that should have been a separate video altogether.
But Smash Bros fans are like gobbling every.
It was also
piece of info.
Yeah.
It was also really the only thing they had to show.
I also liked.
They should have.
They also
Pokemon
announced
at E3.
the bigger versions for every stage. So there's going to be a player version for each stage. Now.
Yeah. Snake is back. He's voiced by David Hayter.
Mm-hmm.
The true Snake voice.
What's hilarious is somebody took a picture of Snake's ass in the old and new game and said it's different, literally unplayable, because it's like flattened out or something in the new one.
Marty was wondering if this is going to be like a platform for Smash going forward.
I think so. I think they're just going to like unify like their system.
That'd be pretty smart on their point. Although, like, God knows what they'll do when they make another console. They don't know what the freaking internet is yet, do they? With their freaking accounts all over the place.
Unfortunately, I don't think they know, Matt.
So they'll be like, man, how do we sync this? New game that's identical with a little bit more.
But maybe Switch is going to be a phone-like system. You just buy a new powerful Switch in 5 years.
I'm fine with that. That's all right.
You can use your same Joy-Con controllers. You know, you just buy the display unit or something.
Nah, they'll redesign the controls, or at least the connectors. They'll slim those down a little bit, and
They're pretty damn small, dude. Because they're separate controllers.
Have you ever held one sideways though? Like have you ever taken one of them off and turned them sideways?
Yeah.
No.
Those things are fucking uncomfortable.
Did you put the extra trigger thing on it?
No.
That you're supposed to put like that extra trigger piece.
You gonna carry those around with you all day?
No.
Well, I assume you usually have a Switch
You
bag.
gonna carry those around with you all day?
You can't put your Switch in your pocket. I just have a pocket the size of my leg, and I'm just gonna put my Switch in there.
You could be like that one guy who was sewing bigger pockets into pants when the iPhone 6 Plus came out.
That's a massive pocket for a Nintendo Switch and 2 Joy-Cons.
Cargo shorts.
Fucking walk around. What's that clicking? Oh, it's my Nintendo Switch in my pocket. Freaking kickstand keeps popping out. Freaking that just looked like an idiot.
What else was announced in Nintendo?
That was it.
Is it? Okay.
Metroid was shown, wasn't it?
No, it
No,
wasn't.
it wasn't. Which is kind of concerning.
Yeah.
No More Heroes 3 wasn't shown either. Which is those are like the two big games I want.
There was something else shown, but I only care about Pokemon, so there's that.
2 Bayonettas.
Oh Christ!
That was shown off.
Too many Bayonettas.
What do you mean?
You don't. I don't know.
No, 2 Bayonettas in Smash.
Yeah.
I got 2 different costumes.
You're talking
from both games.
Because it's Bayonetta costume and Bayonetta 2 costume.
I thought it was shown off again, and I forgot about it.
2
So I was
Pokemon
like,
trainers.
You don't need to show it that much. Well,
2
2 Pokemon trainers make sense.
Lucina and Marth,
Yes.
those are echoes of each other.
And
Dark
then
Pit.
2 squid people from the Squid Game, whatever it's called.
Pit
2
and
squid people from the Squid Game.
Pit and Dark Pit.
Is that their names?
Yeah, Pit.
The squids?
No. I'm talking from.
Splatoon.
Damn
yeah,
it.
I'm talking about Pit from.
Come on. Come on. Anyway.
Oh, and it works with all the amiibos from those.
Jesus.
From those characters, even if the amiibo isn't from Smash.
I forgot amiibos were interactive till right now.
I think Nintendo did too until E3.
Like, wait, shit. Damn, we gotta freaking make this interactive.
Adriano's wallet remembers though.
And he's also freaking out now because he can't remember the title of a game.
Pitfall.
Come on.
No,
Kid Icarus.
Oh, okay.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Lucky game. Okay, that was the E3 recap, people.
Adriano's spent. He can't think anymore.
Yeah. I'm thirsty. I want some water.
All right. Just really quick. What was your favorite conference,
Xbox.
Matt?
Xbox.
Unfortunately, mine was Xbox. I'm a Sony guy.
Unfortunately,
It was just a better conference overall.
It
But
was.
the games I'm excited for are Sony games.
sometimes these guys forget it's a presentation.
Yeah.
I don't need the text. I just need like have your interview about technical stuff later. Give me a presentation during the conference.
Did
And
you
Microsoft
guys
nailed it?
Did you guys watch the PC gaming show?
We will like an hour of
Oh
it.
yeah.
That was pretty rough.
Actually, no, they're fixing that up.
They're
actually.
they're
fixing that
getting
up.
more
years.
well produced.
Oh
more
man,
produced every year.
Overkill's The Walking Dead.
It looks really good.
You
actually,
fucking guys
it looks,
ready for
It
that?
looks really good,
Hell yeah.
and the characters are canon because Robert Kirkman liked them so much. They're canon with the comics.
There you go. There you go, Adriano.
All right.
See, I don't like that.
More zombies.
Until next year. Hooray!
This was a 2000-esque year, 2007-esque year.
It's the 2000, the PS2 release.
2007.
All right, that's it.
Peace.